Alright, so these settings are the ones I use. So horizontal and vertical sensitivity, I run 6.6. Controller version, I have that on. Personal preference, basically. I don't really need it on, but I like it on anyway. Button layouts preset is just default for me. I use a scuff controller, so yeah. Sensitivity multiplier, I keep that the same. Vertical aim axis is basically, I don't mess with it. Automatic sprint, I have that off. It just personal preference again. I run the default aim assist type. Some people run Black Ops, but it's personal preference. I use a dynamic aim response curve type. On dead zones, you want them as low to 0 as possible without causing stick drift. And then on left stick max, you want that low, like 65, 70, because it helps with your rotational aim assist. Basically, when all these off, I use single tap run. So basically, single tap run will make it to where you only have to push it once to go into the tactical sprint. Invert, slide, and dive behavior. For graphics, you want this on full screen exclusive. If you have it on borderless, it doesn't really matter, but I personally think it feels weird to run it on borderless because it just feels weird to me. I run 240 hertz. VSync is off. I have my custom frame rate to 250 and then menu custom frame rate to 120. You could keep on 60, it doesn't matter, but you could turn this up to all the way up to 300. But I keep on 250 just to like keep a steady frame limit. You want yours on minimal ego mode because you want the most power to performance. Brightness, I have mine on 47. You can keep it on 50. All right, so you want your upscaling on fidelity cast because it just sharpens the image the best. If you're stuck on image scaling, you could just click it on off and then apply it and then come back and turn on fidelity. And sometimes that'll work. Anti-aliasing is low. Pretty much every single setting is low except for distant level of detail. I have that on high so you can see objects from a distance. Like I said, everything on low. You want streaming quality on low and on-demand texture streaming off because that will affect your FPS and performance heavily. And then everything on low here. You want your reflex low latency either on or on plus boost depending on how powerful your CPU or GPU is. You can look that up if you need to. Depth of field and weapon motion blur on off. Depth of field and world motion blur on off. Weapon motion blur on off as well. Filigrane turned down all the way because it's just, you want to see everything you can in the game, and this just occludes your vision basically. My field of view is 105. You can run 97, but I think 105 feels the best because you have less visual recoil. And then first person camera movement, you want this on the least because explosions will shake camera and you just want to see, and when your camera's shaking, you can't see basically anything. My audio settings, I have mine on headphones. I do run sound EQ. Go into Windows settings, sound settings, and turn that on. Have voice chat on. Gameplay music on 2, you can turn that off all the way. You don't need to hear that. Voice chat volume, I have that on 10, just in case if I solo queue. Effects volume, you want that all the way. And you can turn this down all the way. Just regular Turtle Beach headphones. Sure, SM7B from a mic. That's basically my settings. Color customization, I just have my personal preference for colors. I don't really mess with this much. And then you want your menu map on square so you can see more around it. But on these two, you want them basically down all the way because if you have like a bigger monitor, you have to look further than if you had a regular size monitor. But if you turn these down all the way, you won't have to look so far for like your menu map and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my settings, and thanks for watching. I hate that. No. See you in the next video.